Rozpoczynamy kolejną przygodę w świecie świata stworzonego przez John Rowling, tak? Jesteśmy jakieś 20 godzin przed skończeniem tutoriala. Czy to, że ta mapa jest taka ładna, to jest jakieś nawiązanie do książki? Takie było w książce, ciekawe. Czy to nawiązanie do tego, że to jest magiczne? Okej, zadania. Więc tak, jakieś diabły siedzą pod spodem, czarodzieje korzystają ze starożytnej magii. Nic, tylko czekać na crossover ze światem Wiedźmina. John Paul, tak. Tak, John Paul. John Paul Rowling. Który idzie do sklepu i kupuje Atomic Hearta. Mamy do wyboru tak. Dziewczyny to jest nudy, zielarstwo to jest syf. Ale dolny Hogsfield brzmi świetnie. 4. poziom, tak się składa, że mamy. Nie znaczy odznacz misję. A, zresztą zaznacz i odznacz. Okej, zlokalizuj na mapie. Tutaj czeka nas wyprawa. Wspaniała eksploracja, odkrywanie terenu i tak dalej. Szukam teraz miejsca, skąd tylko możemy wyruszyć, ale boję się myśleć nawet, więc pójdziemy za głosem, za drogą tego ptaka. To jest, widzę, że to jest akurat wygodniejsze niż to, co zrobili w Dead Space'ie, bo postać się nie zatrzymuje. Chyba stutery się trochę uspokoiły. Chociaż 40 klatek to nie jest super dużo. Czy odblokowałem romans? Jeszcze nie, jestem na początku. No mówię, to jest dopiero tutorial. Chyba że romans z panią profesor będzie w ramach tutoriala. 30 klatek. I tak naprawdę z 500...
There's something in there, I just know it.
Tak, biegamy. Czy miałem już scenę? Nie, nic się tu nie działo jeszcze. Nie wiem, czy to jest ta gra, tak? To jest... Rowling, jak pisała książki, to pisała je z tego co zrozumiałem, tak, żeby uwzględnić to, że się jej fani będą starzeć, tak? Więc akurat teraz mają już pewnie 40-50 lat. I może siedzą cały czas na Pornhubie, więc może to uwzględniła, tworząc grę. Bardzo dobre pytanie, niestety nie znam odpowiedzi na to. Zobaczymy. Tak, jest... Ptaszki są. Czy jest jakiś kompas? Jest, idziemy na południe, wszystko się zgadza. Idziemy trochę naokoło, jak to zawsze z GPS-ami. Rozumiem, że to plebej... Grzyby. Że ładny kabel, dziękuję, to jest jedyny jaki mam. Ty ładnie się wspinasz, ładny movement. Okej. Kamień księżycowy. Nie potrafimy go trzeba pozyskać. Zdaję sobie sprawę, że to plebejskie chodzenie zniknie z czasem, jak dostaniemy tą miotłę. A? Wydaje mi się też, że świat się trochę nie trzyma kupy tutaj. Coś tu śmierdzi ogólnie. Z realizmem tego wszystkiego. Uwaga, test. Kurę? Można pogłaskać kurę? Kota można pogłaskać, kury już nie, ciekawe.
This looks intriguing.
Ciekawe. Miejsce mocy. Czy można kopnąć? Nie odblokowałem tego czaru jeszcze. Jest.
It is good to see you, my
Jak mnie
friend.
widzisz?
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Nie wiem.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Jeszcze raz. No fajnie.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like
No
Harlow?
właśnie.
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
jest misja z zwiastuna.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon.
Dobra, czy będziemy pływać?
Threaten me.
What's going on here?
Ty, brodzimy. Pa. Wspaniałe. Pa. Co to jest? A, ważka, okej. Mamy magiczną szatę, która się nie moczy oczywiście. Hydrofobowa 1500. Nieznajoma, która jest głównym questem.
They must have come this way. Think!
Ty skurczysynu,
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be so...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
I hope you have your affairs in order.
Nie pamiętam jak się robiło cokolwiek, jak się robiło uniki, czary i tak dalej.
Find me himself.
A niektórym się leczyło i zaraz nie z...
Put me right. Think I won't remember your face.
It's your life hanging in the air, not mine. Not fond of this suspect.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
W części twojego przewodnika poświęconej kolekcją jest nowy typ wroga. A kurde, dzięki. A!
We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere.
Ty oni tak, nie mam leczonek. Wykorzystamy...
Turn that in first, Ginger. Suppose it's worth a look.
Mało zdrowia, totalny solc, nie możemy teraz zginąć.
Reduction. Expulsor. Better luck next time. Is that you, Royland? That's proper food reduction. Get back here, or I'll have you stewed like a lamb. Expulsor. Reduction. Expulsor. Take off.
Hasta la vista. Jak predator jestem.
I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Czy ja zabiłem 3 osoby? W sensie, że zabiłem, że kurde... To koniec, są wymordowane? Ja? 12-letnie dziecko?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills.
O,
Can't tell me
defensywnych,
why
no.
two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you.
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Co za specjalna operacja magiczna. Jeszcze raz?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts.
Ksiądz
Typical
niewiadowany.
hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Ciekawe.
You're a researcher.
A,
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures.
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Nudne, fascynujące.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted.
Ciekawe, że twardowskie
You
jest w tym
see,
uniwersum.
each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Musimy uważać, wszędzie chcą nas
This
zabić.
trunk.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. Word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Trzeba użyć czarów korespondujących z tym, co myślimy. Jezu, będę czarodziejem, Harry. Sekundę. Spójrzcie na to, szanowni widzowie. Używamy ognia zamiast światła.
Incendio!
Beard!
The flames make the
Jesteśmy-
fire sink.
Czarodziej z Mensy. Nikt przez 2000 lat nie wpadł na to.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Aha. It's thinking game.
Clearly, all three of these pyres are meant to be lit.
Pani jest też geniuszem? Ludzie, patrzcie na to.
Incendio!
Holokausto. Uwaga. 80 punktów Mensy.
There! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Jezu, co za głosy.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Pozdrów żonę.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Będziemy nas... Widzę, z tego co widzę, to będzie tak, że Hogwarts będzie przed naszą epoką i po naszej epoce. Będą mówili, zastał Hogwartsa 20 IQ, a zostawił 60 IQ. A co to za odgłos jest? To... Co to jest? Jeszcze raz, czuję takie coś... Oszaleję zaraz. A! A to mój czar chyba. Spójrzcie na to. Sok z pijałek. Zobaczmy, czy możemy... Jezu, możemy pływać. Jezu, kraul. Odwiecznie spierdzielony w grach. Kto tak pływa? Tutaj wytłumaczenie jest, jestem czarodziejem, więc... Tak? Chodzenie. Wiadomo, chodzimy najwięcej, tak? Animacje fachowe. Zwrot, patrz, można się bujać. Bardzo mi się podoba ta animacja, tak? Czy słyszałem jakąś bestię? Natomiast pływanie. Chcesz zginąć? Uwaga, po Wingardium. Wingardium. Cóż, zabijemy go, a potem... Kombinacja X18. Pas jesteśmy. Warto było trenować w Wanted Dead. Yeah, pokonaj błotoryję. Ciekawe, teraz płynie innym stylem. A dlaczego? Ty. A dobra, bo to jest rozpędowy. To jest spoko akurat to, co robi teraz, ale ten kraul jest zrypany. Tu jeszcze był jakiś ten złotoryć, jak on się nazywał. Widzę, jak się czai. Zobaczmy, czy jest groźny. Jezu, przepraszam. Chyba jest upośledzony. On chyba bije mnie językiem, ale... Zobaczmy, czy jest ognioodporny. Ty! Skubany. Może jest ślepy z pewnej odległości? Siódmy poziom już. Język. Język! Ciekawe, co będziemy jeszcze wycinać różnym zwierzętom tutaj. Żurnal. Kontynuuj szkolne życie. Weź udział w zajęciach zielarstwa. Spotkaj się z Nati, pomóż nieznajomej. Coś tam zrób. Niestety musimy iść na nudne zajęcia z zielarstwa. Jak bardzo bym tego nie chciał robić. Teraz jak to śledzić? Śledź misję. Musimy to zrobić. Na szczęście tutaj punkt teleportacji powinien mnie już wyzwolić. Tak, i gdzieś stąd. Czy wszedł do wody, żeby się ugasić? BZZXC, bardzo dobra uwaga. Możliwe, że nie doceniamy sztucznej inteligencji. Żyje sobie jakiś ten cały, ten jakiś złotory i plamisty, i nagle wchodzi istota, która go atakuje ogniem, jest spanikowana. Dokładnie. Pamiętam dobrze ideał swój.
What am I missing?
Okej. Oczywiście musimy uważać, chcą nas zabić. Jesteśmy na tropach jakiegoś strasznego spisku. Więc musimy się przemieszczać tak, immersja. A, szklarnie.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Pani Y, tak? Tak się nazywa? Nie, Wild. Myślałem, że pani White, żona Waltera W. I tutaj musimy poczekać na dzień, tak? Na lekcję. Czyli jest jakiś czas, który upływa. Nie zdradzaj się nigdy. Czy chcą cię zabić? Wokół tylko... Ha. Sorry. Musimy się tutaj zarejestrować.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
Nie jest ta laska z Batmana?
A little treat for your auntie.
Witaj.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Urosło.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with
Jest tak
enchantment
typowa
and
Zuza, bardzo
excitement,
ładny
but the
Maru.
most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bowl.
To jakiś koszmarny świat humanistów.
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Dam głośniej.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Uwaga. Ha.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut out the soil.
Uwaga.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very
Cheatero.
sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You
Porozmawiaj
can
z
all get
profesorem.
started. I need to have a brief word.
Jest tak, jestem giga Oskarkiem. Mam pokój dla 5 osób, jednoosobowy. Witaj.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Było... Tutaj jesteśmy mili. Dla tej jesteśmy mili.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Pardon me, Professor. What am I supposed to do with the dittany seeds?
Your part in all this floral alchemy is simple. Take the seeds to your potting table, plant them, and then wait for harvest time.
Myślałem, że można zagadać coś innego jeszcze, ale okej. Zróbmy to. Najwyżej się wgram mody. Czas wzrostu 10 minut. Nie wytrzymam tak długo. Nie dla ADHD-owca. Gotowe, wydajność 5. Opróżnij donicę, wróć.
Well done. Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Hatfu, Chińczycy.
You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Jeszcze raz. Kolega z klasy, piątoklasisty, pan jakiś tam. Co to za świat, co za
Now
koszmar.
remember, a wand...
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
Wszystkie Oskarki są takie same. Oj. Myślałem, że to ten, z którym włamywaliśmy się.
Against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Czy Harris przegryłem? Co ten koleś ma pokój jednoosobowy?
Grab a few of those
Starego w
cabbages.
partii.
Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Co to się od Janie Pawla? Zaatakuj manekin szkoleniowy kansującą kapustą.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Kapusta.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they?
Bastard.
My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Czy łóżka u mnie nie są na nauczycielki? Jezu, nie wiem właśnie. Okej, ty właśnie tak, przydałyby się karty jak w Wiedźmie jedynce. Co ono chce? Jakby to miał takim starej, rozpierdziłem jakiegoś potwora, walczyłem z szatanami z przeszłości, czarna magia jakaś zakazana, a ty mi mówisz, że manekina. Karol. Tak, spoiler.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos
Z
out there.
Polakiem.
Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Człowiek siedział na laborkach 6 godzin dziennie, a tutaj Oskarki przychodzą na 10 minut. Wyrywają nauczycielki. Co za koszmar. Tak to wygląda na ASP?
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
Chcesz sprawdzić wszystko, czy na pewno nie ma?
I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Mam rękę do roślin, nie tylko roślin. Ojej. Rośliny super, kocham rośliny.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
To jest ta nauczycielka z newsów ze Stanów, tak? I okej, mamy wreszcie, zaczyna się coś rozkręcać w tej grze. Herbatka, co? 5 minut jeszcze, zbadaj. Wydajność dać nawóz.
That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Dokładnie, nice. Ej, jak sytuacja? Herbatka zrozumiem oficjalnym wątkiem? Nie, jeszcze zajęcia z eliksirów. Teraz tak, co tu mamy? Zadanie profesor Heka. Co tam było? Zajechać uczniów? Unikaj ataku przeciwnika. Boże, jakaś babka, która się każe napierdzielać. No, gdzie ta herbatka? Skrzyżowanie różdżki. Smrodulki, gargulki. Ty. Zaprosiła na herbatkę gdzie? Co za ten? Trzeba zainstalować hot coffee moda. Hot tea moda. Zróbmy te kanoniczne i zaraz się zastanowimy. Nie, to będzie największe rozczarowanie, tak? Hej, wpadnij na herbatkę. I nie ma. Jak ogólnie sobie, nie no, jak się jest dzieckiem i fanem Harry'ego Pottera, super, starter lepszy, ale oprócz tego, nie, gra z napracowaniem, tak, to jest bardzo dobry rok. To jeszcze jest Wanted Dead, Dead Space był super, to da się grać, tak? Jezu, muszę pamiętać, wszyscy chcą mnie zabić tutaj. Szukam gdzieś skarbu. Akwarelista już żył, nie? Gdzieś tu pewnie jest. Uwaga.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own.
Czy to jest Miyazaki?
Never know when you might need it. Please begin.
To jest jakiś chaos
Use
tego
a
świata.
strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. You must stir your cauldron in the correct direction.
Aha, dobra.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Tak, dokładnie. Cage Gaming. Wiesz, normalnie musiałbyś grać w Cage'a, żeby mieć takie głupie elementy, a w takiej grze rozbudowanym gameplayem to jest spoko, tak? Gdyby to Cage zrobił, to tylko takie coś byłoby cały czas. Walka to byłoby takie coś, teraz patrzcie, teraz trudne. Pa. I wepchnij Obelixa.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain and will require you to be a bit more resourceful.
Stary,
See me when you've finished brewing.
pokonałem jakieś
And
cyber...
we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Mam już 2 ścieżki romansowe. Z tym gościem wygląda spoko, tak? I z tamtą laską. Oj, zbierz jaja popiołka, zbierz futro. Co? To jest jakiś quest, tak? I to musimy zrobić, Boże, okej.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Tak, jestem specjalny, a ty nie. Co to?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
No.
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Cudowne dziecko, jesteś, przy mnie jesteś karłem.
Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps
No.
too close an eye on me.
Nepotyzm, kolesiostwo.
But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a
Prze-
troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
Orlen Gaming, dokładnie Patel.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
To nie jest dobry pomysł.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
A, okej. Po co mu to było? Nie słuchałem, Jezu. Trudne, nie możemy ten... To jest tak spierdzielenie. Dla chorej córki. A, trudno.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fwooper feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Tak, potem... Założy firmę IG Farben.
Remember, precision is... Mam ten czar jakiś magiczny zwany...
Revelio.
Rebelio. I jaja popiołka. Co to jest popiołek? To nie były ci ludzie, z którymi walczyliśmy?
Revelio.
Notatka służbowa. Borgin i Burgs.
Organized and free of clutter.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish.
Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell. Should you drop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Panie.
Professor, what should I be doing again?
Jeszcze raz, Jezu.
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and begun brewing a potion at your cauldron. Finish your potion and then return to me.
Weasley.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Cię zostanę, że twoja stara mi załatwi, czy tam ciotka, pracę na jakimś stanowisku kierowniczym, jak to ogarniemy.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Czas ważenia. Tak, mieszkanie już mam. Luksusowy, średniowieczny zamek. Ogrzewane, 4 miejsca sypialne, wysoki strop, Szkoda gadać. Jak taki zacznie od czegoś takiego, to jak skończy? Okej. To jest ten Estuś, tak?
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Don't fret.
Get it!
Again. Oh! Dragon's Eye! What happened?
Ale chciałem z laską zagadać,
Well
ale
done, Gareth.
przerwałeś mnie, ty?
What now?
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion.
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be
Kurde,
point
zagaduję z
from
laską.
Gryffindor. Again, Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Wiem, kto to zrobił.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Przepraszam.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Analiza.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Ty, pajacu.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Pracę w Orlenie chcę.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Galeonów.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Co za... Dobra, jak sytuacja? Musimy odebrać ten jakiś dziwny ten... Roślina mi się gdzieś tam hoduje. Ty, no nie? Czy to zaliczyli? Udział w ksiąg zakazanych, księg perypetii, dziewczyna, tajemnica medalionu. Powinienem móc teraz wrócić po tą roślinę, która tam hoduje. Coś tu śmierdzi. Ktoś mnie oszukał. A zróbmy tego questa i tyle. Tak, i herbatka miała być. Coś jest nie tak. Nam się ta kapusta, co tam posadziłem. Poszedłem na inną lekcję, żeby poczekać, aż to się zrobi, żeby wrócić. O, Hogsmeade. A znane też jako 30 albo 24 FPS Smith. No, 15-kowo słynne. Trochę lepiej wziąć ostatnio. To ty?
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Jestem tylko dzieckiem. O.
I don't know, Mr. Ollivander. Perhaps Professor Fig overestimates my abilities.
Oh, I sincerely doubt that. Eleazar Fig is not one for false flattery. If he believes in you, there is good reason. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Panie.
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
Okay.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh, yes.
20
It's terribly
centimetrów.
special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
Okay.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
To jest nic niezrozumiałe w tym świecie, wy nic nie ogarniacie. Ja to ogarnę, ale po prostu masakra. Że to się trzyma kupy, to...
I'll have a look for you.
Star Trek to nie
Give
jest.
me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Analiza. Sprawdź sołwiarnię. Ta pamiątka Ollivandera. Czyli nie wiem, co się stało z tą rośliną, że ona zaginęła na zawsze? Okej, where sołwiarnia. Połącz mnie z Hogwartem. Something śmierdzi tutaj. Idziemy się przejść? Nie ma sensu. Chodzenie jest dla tych. Stąd nie mam połączenia. Stąd. Trzymam miotłę. Za 8 godzin jeszcze. FPS-ów, analiza. Biegniemy jak na maga przystało. Nie możemy być niewidzialni niestety. Więc szatan z przyjaciółmi wie, gdzie się zbliżamy. Czy możemy tu skoczyć już? O! Możemy. Kurde, kusi. A! Trochę bolało, ale nie tak Kurde, realistyczne. super. To jest super. To jest edukacyjny walor gry. A nie jak w Asasynach najnowszych, że spadasz ze szczytu, nie wiem, co tam było, Notre Dame, nic się nie dzieje. Wspaniałe, to jest super. Dziecko w to powinno zagrać, tak? I się odechce w końcu wychodzenia na okienko czy coś. Absolutnie doceniam, tak? Wejść do lasu w losowym miejscu. Raczej tak, to jest otwarty świat. Biegnij. To było super, wspaniale się bawiłem. A, do zakazanego lasu. Za chwilę, bo to planuję kończyć niestety dzisiaj zaraz. Jeszcze chciałem Citizena zobaczyć, ale sądzę, że nie zdążę. Jutro pewnie będziemy siedzieć cały dzień. I do góry. Co z peleryną? Taka ma być, takie robią. Kapelusze. Jutro latamy z kolegami, zobaczymy jak to działa w wszystkich ludziach. Sołwiarnia. Uwaga, śledztwo. Największy... 100 lat, zagadka nierozwiązana. Mieli 100 lat. 100 lat, nie rok, nie miesiąc, nie tydzień. I my przychodzimy i zobaczymy. Czas. Start. Zastał Hogwart IQ 20.
I'm just here to help a friend. Now where are those statues?
Ach, nie można powiedzieć, że sowa latała? Skoro
I
jest...
recognize these handles. The summoning charm should do the trick.
Klamki.
No statues here. Nothing. This'll do nicely. I'd best keep looking.
Kafka.
Here's a welcome surprise. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
Nie wiem o co chodzi totalnie, ale klikam w to, co gra chce.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher.
Nie mają wysokości? Nie sądzę. Ciekawe. Walory edukacyjne tej gry mnie przerażają. Kopernik.
Revelio.
Aha.
Incendio. Accio.
No statues here. Nothing.
Jezu Chryste, to jest mapa. Wow. Są podpowiedzi.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Co jest? Nie dosięga...
Accio.
Fuck you.
I'd best keep looking. No statues here. Nothing.
Pies dzwoni. Czemu mówi nothing, jak coś tam było? Tak, spadło, ale ono zakłamuje, tak? Zaraz tam też coś było, nothing.
I'll take that, thank you.
Uwaga. Okej. Podstaw posążki na żerdzie.
What's happening?
Jezu Chryste.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
Co się stało z twoim łbem?
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Analiza. Czyli quest się przedłuża, to typowy quest z Wiedźmina. Ty. Muszę będzie opuścić to miejsce, żeby... Zostawiała pocztę jakieś wiadomości, a nie chcę mi teraz tego czytać, tych głupot. Czy mogę wyjść tędy? Jezu, nie, magiczne ściany. Okej, magia. To jest niestety wytłumaczone tutaj. Czyli jest magiczne BHP. Tu muszę nauczyć się zaklęcia rozbrajającego. Ale bym sobie poskakał z takich gór tutaj. Kurde. Dobra, niestety tak. 8 już poziom. Tutorial w 1/3 zrobiony. Zobaczymy co dalej, a na razie cięcie.